It's not your fault. I'm telling you, it's not your fault initially. But once you reach a certain age and once you reach a certain level of thinking, it becomes your fault. But the hardest prison to escape from is the prison of our mind. And the prison of our mind is formulated from the moment that you're born. Because you're born in a culture, you're born to parents, you're born in a nation, you're born most likely in a religion, or you're born surrounded by religion, you're surrounded by different ways of being. As we've ridden this motorcycle across the country and now in LA and getting ready to head to Vegas for PCA, baby. I heard a guy in a video say that Americans are well-traveled. He was a British guy, I think. He said Americans are well-traveled, maybe not outside of America, but because America is so vast that every state is like its own little country. And I agree with him about 70%. Americans do need to get the hell out of America and visit other places. But traveling across America, America is like traveling from country to country to country when you go state to state to state. And Texas is so damn big that it's like two countries within one. And even California, I'm going to give it the same way, because San Diego was very different from LA, right? So we are well-traveled, right? But, and in every place, people had different ideas, different ways of living, different things. So we do become a prisoner within our own mind of thinking. And the biggest prison is the prison that has the most people in it from all over the place. Because if you go look at a prison, you got black people, you got white people, you got Spanish people, you got Asian people, you got people from everywhere. You got people from different countries, different states, you got people from different backgrounds, a multitude of people. But the biggest prison is the prison of religion. The prison of believing in that you have the one true religion, you have the one true God, and that only your people are going to go to heaven and everybody else is going to go to hell. You know, that question that they like to ask and say, well, if I'm wrong, no skin off my back. But if I'm right, then I go to heaven and you go to hell. That only works if you're talking to an atheist. Because if you're talking to someone who's Muslim and you're Christian, you go into Muslim hell. Because if you're wrong and the Muslim is right, you go to Muslim hell, right? That's the logic of the question to which is always asked. If you're talking to somebody who worship Quetzalcoatl or somebody, you go into the underworld, and you work somebody who's Kemetic, your heart will be eaten by, I think it's Sobek, and then you will go into wherever Egyptian hell is. So that question only works that way. That's the only way that question works. But that is the prison of the mind and the narcissistic attitude that you have. This or that happened in my life because God ordained it, not because you made a choice. It's like the person who's in prison and is accusing and saying that I'm only in here because of the man. I'm only in here because of the government. I'm only in here because of the way my woman treated me or the way my man treated me. I'm only in here because of the system. That's you in religion. You're blaming your God, the devil, and everything else based on what decisions you should have made, you could have made. But the sad part about it is that this prison is an open air prison. This prison makes you think that you're free. It tells you about, oh, this guy loves you, this guy loves you. But the whole time it's saying that if you don't love me, I'm going to punish you and throw you into this lake of fire and you're going to burn forever and I'm going to torture the shit out you and I'm going to just kill you and I'm going to murder you and every day is going to be hell and you're going to go through this for all eternity because you wouldn't follow me, because you wouldn't love me, you wouldn't give me your devotion for all I've done for you. And even though your ancestors I've put in slavery, and even though your ancestors I've murdered, and even though I've instructed my people to go genocide people, and even though I've subjugated women children, and even though I've killed babies, and even though I destroyed the world, and even though I gave you these ridiculous laws, like the brother-in-law has to marry the sister-in-law if they ain't had a baby, or I give you these ridiculous laws by sacrificing all these damn animals so that I can feel good about my damn barbecue, or I've given you these ridiculous ass laws like you shouldn't wear two different types of linen or I kill your ass, and I just kill people just out of, I don't know what doing, I don't like him, I'm gonna kill his ass, I'm gonna kill him, I make bets with the devil, and I fuck up Job, and I did all this stuff. You supposed to love me. Here go my commandments. Love me. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna kill myself to myself as a human sacrifice because I love blood. You supposed to love me. Oh, you got free will, my bad. You got free will. To love me or die and go to hell. That's your God. Does that sound like freedom? Does that sound like love? It sounds completely opposite, doesn't it? If a human being were to come to ladies, all my ladies out there, if all this chocolate came up to you and said, look here, either you love me, or I'm going to do all that shit that the Bible says to do to you. You going to be with me? You love me, or I'm going to beat you every day. Love me, or I'm going to stab you every day. Love me, or I'm going to deprive you of food every day. Love me, or I'm going to deprive you of clothing every day. Love me, or I'm going to deprive you of housing every day. Love me, and I'm going to deprive you. And I'm going to torture you and torture you and torture you. This chocolate won't look good to you no more, will it? This chocolate will be like nasty. Instead of it being the chocolate of sweet chocolate, it'll be the chocolate that comes out of a dog's butt on the city streets of LA that we keep on seeing. That's what it'll be. Right? That's what it'll be. This is that God. Reverse that for the fellas. And if a lady was saying that to you, doesn't matter how good she look, doesn't matter how good the pom pom is, if she's bringing all that hell, that if that is your choice, that's not freedom. That's not love. You don't receive it as love, would you? No, you wouldn't. So why do you receive it as from this God? And I know the dumb statement is going to come because it always comes. Oh, the Creator created you so the Creator can do whatever the Creator wanted to do to you because He's the Creator. And who are you to question the Creator? And by what authority do you have to question the Creator? You can't question the Creator because you the created. Bullshit. Bullshit. I come through the authority of that fact that I have my own agency. I have my own agency of determination. I can choose who I love and who I don't love, who I care for and who I don't care for, what I do and what I don't do. Do I walk down this street or do I walk down that street? Do I choose to think of everyone as just being spiritually conscious beings, or do I choose to think of people as being black, white, Asian, male, female, him, her, this, that, the third, short, tall, ugly, fat? Do I choose to think of them in that way? Or do I choose to think of them all as beautiful, intelligent, conscious beings who are just trapped in prisons and don't even realize it? And that I am just here to give whatever I can to help people think for themselves and free themselves. I have a choice. That's what gives me the power to question your God and to question any God that anybody comes across. And am I going to go and attack everybody? I know I'm not knowledgeable enough to attack the Muslims and everybody else because I don't know enough about their religion, because I didn't study their religion as long as I studied Christianity. So for those dumbasses who are going to say, then why are you always just attacking Christianity? You don't never say nothing to the Muslims because you're scared of the Muslims. I'm not afraid of the Muslims. Islam is a bullshit religion as well. So is Hinduism, so is all the isms. But I was raised Christian. So therefore, 99.9% of my video is going to be about Christianity. Well, why don't you ever say anything good about the Bible? Because this is a Christian deconstruction page. Why in the hell would I try to say that? But also, when you look at the scales, the negativity within the Bible clearly outweighs the positivity. Just the mere fact that your God demands love and subjugation and accepts slavery and dehumanizes women as property. Yeah, you can have that book. But anyway, let's get out of the prison. Let's free ourselves to be ourselves. because our greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.